back, everybody. You are still tuned in to The Lowdown. Now, we're about to talk about something that's pretty near and dear to my heart. We're talking about Black history, but here to do it is a guy far more educated than I am. Y'all give it up for Dr. Joel Freeman. Yes.
Hey, Dr. Freeman, how you doing? Hey.
What's going on, sir? Come over. Good to see you. Boom. Please join me, Joel.
There you go. Hey.
Please. There we go.
Good to be here.
Thank you for being here, first off, Joel. This is going to be a really good conversation. I've been looking forward to this for a while, me and Tight Mike over there. First off, you are involved with teaching, studying, and informing about Black history.
Yes. It's something that, way back, I was chaplain for the Bullets, the Wizards, way back, 78 to 98.
Okay.
20 seasons.
Okay.
And so you can imagine, I'm a white guy from Canada.
We hadn't noticed.
I left home when I was 17.
Okay.
I'm a long-haired hippie, a dope-smoking fool. And
Okay.
hitchhiking all around North America.
So you were in the NBA.
And I was.
Okay.
I was in the Mile High City, but
Yeah.
in Washington.
Gotcha.
And so what happened is that I started working with the players, and then the players, they started asking me questions.
Okay.
Their position in life attracts a lot of insincere people, and they wanted to know, what's this guy all about? And we ended up, 20 seasons, and I started becoming interested in Black history because a lot of the players were asking questions.
Okay.
That I had not a clue how to respond.
Really? Do you remember some of those questions they would ask you that you really didn't have an answer for?
Because I was chaplain, they wanted to know what Jesus looked like. They wanted to know, what part did people of African descent play in biblical and extra-biblical history.
Wow. Good questions, by the way. Yeah.
And then I connected with Ivan van Sertima, who wrote about 30 volumes of literature. And then he and I connected and sent me a bunch of his books, and I started reading his books. And
You were hooked at that
hooked.
point.
Yeah, I was just blown away because I was learning stuff I just had no clue about.
Now, I love the fact that a person of your background, of your culture, is interested in learning about ours, because that had to be pretty important because of who you work with in the NBA. I mean, there's a lot of Black people in the NBA working. So the fact they were asking you those questions, they just wanted to make sure, because they've been taken advantage of. People in their financial situation have been taken advantage of, especially people of color. And they just wanted to know that you were genuine and sincere. And that's the reason they kept asking you different things.
Absolutely.
And that's when it sparked your interest. And that's when you started learning more and figured out, man, I kind of like this. And there's a side I bet you learned that you was not even aware of when you were younger.
Oh, yes.
Gotcha.
And what happens is the players, many times they don't know for 7 or 8 years what the real motivation is of a person near them.
That's right.
And so it takes a lot to get in with them. And learning about culture and learning about history was one of the main things that really helped us to get connected.
I love that. Now, tell me about when you got hooked up with Dr. Walton Milton, who's also the co-founder of Black History 365, and where that relationship led you guys to developing this.
Man, I wish there was another chair here.
I know.
with Walter here.
Yeah.
Because he's such a wonderful person, a human being that, just very rare in this world. He was in education for about 25 years.
Okay.
He started out as a social studies teacher.
Okay.
He became a principal.
Ooh, okay.
And an enforcer.
Yeah.
And then he became a high school or a superintendent of schools in New York City, Flint, Michigan, and then Springfield, Illinois. He was there for 8 years.
Gotcha.
And that's how we met. I have a program called Dealing with People Who Drive You Crazy. It's taken me around the world.
Oh, it's about marriage.
That's included.
I'm joking.
And raising kids.
Yeah, there you
go. And so he invited me to come and to train his cabinet and his leadership team. We connected. He brought me home to meet his wife and his kids. And usually when you're a consultant, they say, hey, there's a Bob's Big Boy next to you.
Yeah, you can go there.
We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30.
But he invited you into his home.
It's his home. And that really, it made a difference in our relationship. We kept in touch, and then finally one day he called me up and he says, hey, Joel, I've been working on this project, because he's the trailblazer. He's the founder of this.
Okay.
And he called me up and he says, how would you like to be part of this and be co-founder in this? And I said, well, you had me at hello.
Okay.
Let's do this. But
we're going to clap for that. That's amazing, man. That's awesome. The relationship. Go ahead.
We didn't realize how long it was going to take. It took 2.5 years, 12 16-hour days is like Groundhog Day every day. And his wife thought we're both crazy.
Yes.
And they were probably right, a little ADD, ADHD, whatever it is,
Gotcha.
probably mixed in there somewhere. But we kept at it. It was, researching, writing, editing, rinse and repeat every day after day after day.
You wanted it to be right, and you wanted it to be wanted it to be authentic.
Yep.
And I love it. And you guys got to actually create this, man.
That's the baby that came out.
A wealth of knowledge from here, man. Black History 365. Now, I want to talk more about the development of the actual book, because when you say you guys did research, what kind of research are you talking? It's not just Google. It's not just going to libraries. You talk to people, correct?
Well, it's kind of like a professor makes a speech.
Yeah.
A student comes up and says, "Man, that was a great speech. How long did it take for you to prepare?" And the professor says, looks out the window, looks back, says, "About 25 years."
There you go.
And so it's a lot of research over the years, a lot of reading, a lot of talking, a lot of communicating. And then when it came here, it was just all hyper-focused on doing this.
Gotcha.
My wife and I own a pretty large collection, comprehensive. Its oldest piece dates back to 1553. We've done 2 exhibits at the UN. Over 1 million people showed up, 3 at the White House, 2 exhibits at the Clinton Presidential Library, Secret Service, FBI, a lot of venues. And so 1/5 of the images in this textbook are from that collection, images people have never seen before. So it's just
you did your homework.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The sidebars and all the different things that we put in there. The chapter check-ins will reestablish eye contact with the reader. And this engages all ages, from K to Gray.
And I want to talk more about that when we get back from our short little break. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Dr. Freeman right here on the Lowdown. See how easy this is? Welcome back, everybody. You are still tuned in to Lowdown. We're still talking with educator and author Dr. Joel Freeman. Now, we're talking about Black History 365, and you were just about to tell us that the program that you and the fellow doctor came up with and developed, it's good for up to what education level?
Well, all the way to college, K through Gray, K through college.
Yes.
What we did is we did this first, and this became kind of like the opener to the other grades.
Gotcha.
And now they're all done, and we're doing a Caribbean Latino curriculum will be out this fall.
Oh, wow, nice.
And so that's going to be K through Gray also.
Gotcha.
But what happened here is that we did a SWOT analysis.
Explain what that is.
It's a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Okay.
And then that was about a year in. And then we started building things into the curriculum, because we didn't want to teach kids or anyone what to think. We want to teach them how to think.
Which is missing from a lot of curriculum in school.
Yes.
They'll teach us facts and figures, but not how to actually take what we've absorbed and how to critically think about it and review it. So I love that.
Exactly. We want to make critical thinking sexy again.
There you go.
You got Siri and Alexa. Every time I use Siri, Alexa, my brain turns to mush incrementally, just a little bit.
That's right.
And so what we did is one of the things we wanted to do is we wanted to have something to deal with the tough topics, because we're both truth-centric and solutionist. That's the 2 words. So it's kind of like you take a look at my hand.
Yeah.
And got the thumb is uncomfortability.
Okay.
So we have topics, over 50 of them, like can a white person ever fully understand the black experience in America?
Oh, wow.
Walking while black. Scientific racism. Uncle Tom, 3/5 of a human being. We talk about reparations. Should we tear the statues down?
Gotcha.
Manifest destiny, doctrine of discovery. All these different topics that people don't like to discuss.
No, they don't.
And if they do, they butt heads many times. So there has to be a schema, a process. And so what we did is like, okay, this is uncomfortable topic.
Okay.
This first one is critical thinking, connects with the uncomfortable topic. Then it's compassionate listening. It's fact-based, respectful communication. And then it's finally, built upon the others, is action-oriented solutionizing.
Gotcha.
And so it's all about taking these difficult topics, and wherever there's a binary choice, we show both sides. So we have QR codes through here. You've probably never seen a book with QR codes.
No.
We have over 1,200 of them.
Wow.
And over 2,500 images. This weighs 5.5 pounds.
It's a big book.
And we started in ancient Africa.
Okay.
Because we didn't want to reinforce the notion that black history started with enslavement or slave.
It sure
slave
did
trade.
not. And thank you for doing that.
The genius, the creativity, the hunting, the gathering, the fishing, the agriculture, the industry, all sets the tone. So now we're ready for the good, the bad, and the ugly of the last 4 centuries. But we deal with the topics that have vexed our country for centuries. And the elephant experience is that the first class is not even about Black history.
Really?
The first class is about how are we going to do this. So the students themselves, they develop a code of conduct, rules of engagement made up of we will not statements. The next class, in our collection, we have a talking stick from the mid-1800s from the Chokwe tribe of Angola. And it's whoever held that stick, the tribal chieftain or the king would hand it to that person, and they'd hold it. They had the power and the authority to speak. Everyone else had the authority to listen. And then they'd hand it to somebody else. That brought civility into the conversation.
Not everyone yelling at once.
That's right.
And ideas not getting exchanged because you can't hear if you're talking.
That's right.
Gotcha.
And to pry people loose from their confirmation bias bubbles, we all have them.
We do.
And to pry it loose and then to say, okay, we're going to look at both sides. So if we're going to look at reparations, we're going to look at the pros and the cons. They have 5 videos that they watch on both sides. Now they can talk about it because they have developed the we will not statements. We have the talking stick. First 3 weeks, they use it physically. After that, it becomes a metaphor. Hey, James. Hey, Tim. Hey, Sally. Ralph has got the talking stick. You know what that means. And it brings a whole sense of the idea of this is about healing, not about divisiveness. And this is about thinking and not just taking what you saw on the internet somewhere.
Bro.
It's just the whole approach is different.
What you just said had me mesmerized because what you are saying is developing a culture of respect and civility.
That the students create.
That they create and that they actually use and learn. Because I love the fact that the first lesson isn't about Black history. It's about how to be respectful to one another when you're sharing ideas. Because I know in this country it's become, if we disagree, then we can't be friends.
That's
we
right.
can't get along. And I am completely dumbfounded by that because for years I saw people not agree and get along. We called it marriage, but now no, but I'm joking, but I'm serious when I say that. So I love what you're building. Now, in our great state of Florida, where I'm at, Black history in the collegiate levels become a challenge, if you will. So with stuff like that in mind, and you guys putting this program together, what are some of the things you're looking to achieve? Everywhere.
Well, first of all, we don't get in bed with either political wing. Because we know if we get into one side, the other side's going to say, "Oh, that's crap." Let's watch out for that. And so what we've done is that we use 2 terms. It's truth-centric and solutionist. Those are 2 terms. Because even when we get into the war of definitions, even the word racist is now being used to end an uncomfortable conversation.
That's
You're
right.
racist, I'm going to block you on Facebook, boom, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And so we have developed a whole approach to this where the students, in fact, even the way we train the teachers, we have a program called From Cultural Competence to Cultural Humility. And we bring them through a whole process so that if it's a white teacher, Hispanic, African American, doesn't matter who it is, we bring them through the same process. So that when the students, they're from the students, they're not bringing their agenda, they're leaving that at the door, and it becomes a student-centered experience.
Yes. Now, I want everybody watching this right now to definitely continue to watch you and support you. So you can please share with them your social media?
Yes, on Facebook, Instagram, the website, and just think of this, it's BH, stands for Black History, 365 for every day of the year, bh365.org, and then my personal website is 4 words, joelspeaksrealgood.com.
I absolutely
love
love
to catch up with you.
Hey, yes! Oh, what? Oh, me?
Yes. All for you. All for you.
Oh, thank y'all so much. Mike, they love us.
They are prepaid.
All right, nice.
There you go. Yeah.
I will pay you back.
Sure.
Never, but
All
thank
right.
you.